Hi, welcome to All Things Movies with Jonathan Kierman, sponsored by the Pulp Report. I'm your host, and today you're going to get a preview of my brand new podcast, All Things Movies. We're going to spend time talking about movies, acting, the stars, and what's happening in the industry these days. Today, we're going to actually stop and talk about a great new movie by Edgar Wright called Baby Driver. Well, my great new movie just gave you my insight behind it, but I'm going to share a little bit with you right now about why I actually thought it was a great movie. Well, here we go. Number one, first of all, the music and the soundtrack for this film is second to none. If you didn't know about this, this movie was 20 years in the making. That's right, you heard that right, 20 years in the making. 20 years ago, Edgar Wright, sitting in his apartment listening to the song Bell Bottoms, thought, wow, this song would be awesome to have a car chase to. Well, he ruminated on that for 20 years, and the culmination was Baby Driver. Now, I have to admit, I was skeptical at first. Why? Well, you see this movie poster and coming attractions, and it's a list of who's who in Hollywood. You've got Kevin Spacey, one of the greatest actors of our time right now, P.S., Academy Award winner. You have Jamie Foxx, Academy Award winner, John Hamm, Lily James, and of course, baby himself, Ansel Elgort. And sometimes when you have a cast like that, you have to wonder, did they just take this group of great Hollywood actors and put them on screen together just to generate a buck? Not the case here with Baby Driver. Well, let's spend a second talking about the character development. I love Kevin Spacey in House of Cards, and every time I look at him now, all I can think about is Frank Underwood. So I had a hard time getting past that because I had just done binge watching of the latest season on Netflix. Well, it takes a little while to get past thinking about Frank Underwood when you're looking at his character Doc, but Spacey's brilliance is the fact that he can suck you into his character, and he sure enough did that. Loved him in that role. I love the acting in the film. The only issue that I really had was with Lily James, and it was so small it's probably not even worth mentioning, but if you know about her, she was a Downton Abbey actress. She recently starred in Cinderella. She's an up-and-comer in Hollywood these days. Born and raised in the UK, naturally speaks with an English accent, and struggled a little bit, I think, pulling off a Southern belle, but besides that, her character was tremendous. So, characters, loved them. You can get so much more of my insight about that if you listen to our full download of the podcast, coming soon on the Pulp Report. So here's two other things that I'll give you a sneak preview about what you can expect from our upcoming podcast. Number one, we are going to finger shoot every single movie that we talk about. Well, what is a finger shoot? Well, imagine you're putting your hand behind your back and there's a group of people and I say to you, hey, on a scale of 1 to 5, I want you to, when I say 1, 2, 3, I want you to finger shoot and tell me what you think of those movies. Obviously, a 1 or a 0, not so good. Or in some cases, you might get one finger, and I'd hate to mention which finger that might be, the middle one. But anyway, we're going to do that, and let's finger shoot Baby Driver. Ready? We're going to put our hands behind our back. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 5. That's right. That's a high number to finger shoot, but it had all the elements. Action, music, talent. It was just a fantastic movie, and I'll dig deeper into that on our next episode. But here's the other thing. I'm also going to give you a little bit of a throwback. Well, what do you mean a throwback? Love classic movies. I am addicted to classic movies. I will tell you, when I was a kid, I used to stay up until midnight and watch classic movies on a Saturday night. It was just one of my greatest childhood memories, and I learned a lot and really created my passion for movies. So this week's classic movie throwback, and I will tell you, it is absolutely worth it. Hold on. Angels with Dirty Faces. One of the all-time classics. Jimmy Cagney, Humphrey Bogart, the Bowery Boys. I'll leave it at that. And I don't even think you need to ask what the finger shoot on that one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. One of the best movies of all time, and I highly recommend it. So thanks for listening to our preview of All Things Movies. I'm Jonathan Kierman, your host, and I look forward to spending some time with you again in the future. Take care and enjoy a good movie tonight.